Hey guys, Emma Matheson here from emmalouise.jamberrynails.com.au. I wanted to come on and show you guys a couple of products today that probably don't get the recognition online that they really should. And so these are a couple of my favourite products, and over the coming weeks I will try and do some videos showing the rest of my favourite products. So for today though, we're going to focus on these two items here, which is the nail wrap and lacquer remover, and also our nail prep cleanser. So their names pretty much explain what they are and what they do. These particular products have only been available within Australia for probably the last 5 months. So they pretty much launched here with our last catalogue, which was about 5 months ago now. Prior to that, we weren't able to ship these into Australia. There were some rules and regulations as far as the products were concerned that prevented us from having these in Australia. So they were available in the States and Canada, but we just weren't able to get our hot little hands on them. And I will tell you that since these products have launched into Australia in the last 5 months or so, they have totally changed the way in which I apply and remove my nails. Prior to these, to prep the nails, I was just using alcohol wipes, which do a great job, but if you've got oily nails like me, they're just not good enough. I was finding that especially specific types of finishes like metallics or sparkles, I really couldn't get much wear out of them. So for me, they may only have lasted 3 or 4 days before I started having lifting. And the reason for that is my nails are really quite oily, and I didn't have a product available to me that was helping to dehydrate my nail enough to make sure that my adhesion was wonderful and that I was getting longevity out of my wear of my nail wrap. So the nail prep cleanser for me was an absolute game changer. I can now wear these nail wraps, these finishes, as long as I want to. Not that I wear them long, because let's face it, I'm addicted to my Jamberries and I change them every couple of days. But they really do change the way in which, personally, my nails wear on my hands. So the nail prep cleanser, I'm going to show you it. This is a new one in a box. So let's unbox it. Inside you'll find, there you go, two things. So one product and one pump. And so this is how it comes to you. So this is your nail prep cleanser in the bottle. So it's a 4 ounce or a 118 ml bottle. This particular bottle, so I've had my bottle now, it's not this one, this is a new one obviously, but I've had my bottle now for about 5 months, and I'm just literally down to the last couple of drops. And like I said, I change my nail wraps all the time. So it does last a very, very long time. You only need about 1 pump per hand. That's what I find my ratio is. And so they last a very long time. So you get your product, you also get this handy little pump. So there's a couple of functions to this. Obviously it can act as a lid. So when you remove this lid, there's a little protective silver thing under there that you peel off, and then you're good to go. So if you want to, if you're traveling or something, or if you're not storing it in an upright position, I would always put the lid back on, the screw top one. But this pump as well will act as a semi-spill proof lid. So it does lock into position so that it prevents spillages. But if you were traveling or something with it and it's getting knocked around, I just wouldn't trust that it would be 100% spill proof. So for me, if you're traveling with your products, put your lid back on. Okay, a couple of functions. So we've got the little flip top lid there. You've got your holes for dispensing. Now, there are two little clicks that go on here. The first click means that it's closed, so I can't do anything with this at the moment. So that's in its spill proof form. If I do twist it to the side though, it gives me the option there to pump. So this is how your product would be dispensed. So sucked up the tube, and then it comes out of those teeny holes at the top. So for your nail prep cleanser, basically all you'll do is get your cotton pad or your cotton ball or your Chuck's wipe, whatever you normally use to cleanse your nail, or if you use it to remove your nail lacquers or whatever. Pop it on top, give it 1 pump, lift it up, and then use that to cleanse all of your nails. So like I said, I get about 1 hand's worth from each pump, so I usually do 2 pumps. When you are cleansing your nails with the pad that you're using, you literally want to hear a squeak. Like, you want to get them squeaky clean, yeah? Squeaky clean. You actually want to hear that squeakiness. That will mean that you've taken off all the oil from your nail, and that's what we want to do. The number one enemy of nail wraps is oil on the nail. Okay, so let's make sure we're giving them a really good prep beforehand. So its function is that removal, the dehydration of the nail, to make sure that we're helping to get rid of all of that oil so that we get the correct adhesion and the longevity from the nail wrap that you should be getting. Me personally, I have really oily nails. Prior to having this product, sometimes I would struggle with wear of the sparkles and the metallics because they're slightly thicker and they really need that adhesion, especially to the sides of the nails and the base of the nail. I would sometimes, a few days in, get a little bit of lifting on the sides because I had really oily nails, and the wipes that I was using, the alcohol wipes, just wasn't getting rid of that oil. So now my process is that I wash my hands really, really well with dish soap. So, you know, whatever product you've got hanging around your dishes, so Palmolive, Dove, does Dove make one? No. Dawn, that's the one I was trying to think of. Coles, Woolies, whatever brand you've got hanging around, give your hands a really good wash with your dishwashing detergent, scrubbing your nails, like all around, inside, outside, wherever you can see nail, scrub, scrub, scrub. Wash that all off, dry your nails off, and then go in with your nail prep cleanser. That's the way that I do it, and I find, for me, someone who has really oily nails, that gives me the best chance of having really long wearing nail wraps. So that's the nail prep cleanser. This one here, nail wrap and lacquer remover. There we go. You can see that it says that it's non-acetone. Now that's really great. Oh, I'm just moving for a second there. I'm getting dead leg. That's really great for anyone who has artificial nails. So acrylics, SNS, gels, so whether it be our gel system or, you know, shellac, anything like that. The non-acetone means that this product is not going to damage your artificial nail. If you used an acetone-based lacquer remover, basically what that does is it breaks down all of the bonds in those gels and those acrylics and that SNS powder. So you may potentially damage your nail. So always make sure non-acetone, okay? And let me tell you, I'm a beauty therapist by trade. This is the best lacquer remover that I have ever used. Hand on heart, I promise. What's wrong, sweetie? Sorry, work at home, Mum. I've got kids here. Megan, pressing on it. Are you okay now? Okay. Right, well, just don't fight, please. Okay, so literally, I hand on heart, I swear with all of my heart and soul that this is the best lacquer remover that I've ever used. Especially considering it's a non-acetone. Non-acetone removers are generally quite gentle. They're like the baby cousin of acetone removers, so they generally take a little bit longer to remove product. You might need to go over it a couple of times removing product. Not this guy. Seriously, it's amazing. So it comes in the same form as the prep. So it's got your lid and it's also got your pump as well. So treating it in the same way, if you're going to be tipping it or moving it around, pop the lid back on, otherwise store it with your pump on it and it will still work really well. I will do a video of how I actually remove my wraps. I don't want to remove my wraps now though because I've got my really pretty ones on and I'm not taking them off, sorry. So I'll do a video when I am ready to remove them, showing you exactly how I use the product. But basically its job is to break down the glue that holds the acetone, holds the nail wraps onto your fingernails, and it does it super quick. Let me tell you, prior to these products being released into Australia, I was using one of two things. So I would either use another lacquer remover. I get dermatitis on my fingers. Using other lacquer removers, soaking my nails in other lacquer removers, gives me really bad red, irritated cuticles and skin around my nails. So if I was really desperate to get them off quickly or as quick as possible, then that was my go-to. Otherwise, I would use coconut oil. So that is one of our suggested removal processes, but it is very slow. It's very gentle. It's not going to damage your nails. It's gentle in that most people don't have issues with coconut oil. So it's great if you don't like chemicals, or if you've got skin sensitivities or something. The coconut oil is great, but it is so slow. And so I used to quite often damage my nails because I would just try and get it off much quicker than it was coming off. And yeah, I would quite often damage my nails. So because I was being lazy. For me, both of these products have been total game changers. I know I've said that a lot in this clip, but I really have. They've totally changed the way in which I apply and remove my nail wraps. And you'll see in the video that I do upload for the removal process how quick and easy the removal process is. So for me, it's a massive plus. So they are the nail prep and nail wrap removers. They are $27 each, so they're pretty cheap, guys. Seriously, if you're gonna get the Jamberry Nail Wraps and you're going to become a jam addict like myself, you need these guys in your life. Alright, so you'll find them in the shop at emmalouise.jamberrynails.com.au. I'd really love to hear any of your experiences with the products, if you used anything prior to these, if you found, like me, that these changed the way in which your nail wraps adhere or last. I'd really love to hear from you guys. You can find me here, or you can jump onto my Facebook page. I've got an Instagram page. My Instagram page is Aussie, AUSSIE_jams, JAMS. Or you'll find me at Emma Louise Independent Jamboree Consultant on Facebook. Alright guys, have an awesome day. Love these products. Tell me your experiences, and I shall speak to you soon.